spell your name?
Steve Toth.
Spell your last name, Steve?
T-O-T-H, Toth.
Kind of give me the rundown on this bill that you've proposed right now. It seems like it had more teeth in this whole thing all afternoon than anything else did.
Yeah, what it does, it makes it a misdemeanor for a state or a county official to infringe on our Second Amendment rights. Furthermore, for municipalities, calcitrant liberal municipalities that refuse to go along with this new state law, that choose to infringe on our Second Amendment rights, enables the Attorney General to withhold their funding through a court action, to withhold their funding the second year, the next year. And if they choose in turn to fight it in court, they'll also pick up the Attorney General's court fees. So.
Kind of surprised about the outcome today, everyone for
No,
everyone back in this bill?
I mean, from the very first day when the President shared his intention to infringe on the Second Amendment rights, the number of phone calls, the number of emails, text messages, tweets, Facebook messages has just been through the roof. I mean, it has been nearly impossible for us to keep up with it. So.
What's your name, Rowdy? And tell me a little bit about this today.
Constable Kenneth, Rowdy, Hayden. We're here today to testify before the House Committee on House Bill 1076, which basically would give the state of Texas authority that if the federal government comes in and forces local law enforcement to try to disarm citizens, House Bill 1076 would allow us to refuse to do that. It would refuse us to violate people's Second Amendment rights if the federal government chose to do that. It would basically say that local law enforcement is not going to do that.
What do you think? I mean, tell me a little about your history. I mean, your father was Constable.
Long line of law enforcement history in my family, and a strong believer in the Second Amendment rights for people to be able to bear arms. And I'm not going to use my position to trample on those rights.
Hear me?
First of all, your name?
Tommy Gage.
Tell me a little bit about House Bill 1076. Your bill.
Well, you know, we're here, and certainly our representative, Steve Toth, has done an outstanding job with 1076. You know, certainly we've been concerned since there's been this controversy about gun control in this country, and the state of Texas is taking a stand on it so we can protect our citizens' rights to own their guns, and it's just it's something that certainly that we needed. We feel good about it. We got a lot of good response in here today before the committee, and so I'm hoping that this will pass, and we'll have the opportunity to take care of our citizens all over the state of Texas, and certainly in Montgomery County.
You put a letter out, publicly put a letter out about 2 months ago.
Yes, sir.
Tell me just briefly about the letter and what kind of response you had. Give me a rundown about the letter.
Okay. We've had several calls there at the sheriff's office because of the controversy in gun control here lately, and wanted to know my stance on the Second Amendment. And you know, the citizens had called not only in Montgomery County, throughout the state of Texas, and out of the state of Texas, because some sheriffs over the country had taken a stance and came out publicly about it. So we did the same thing, and we've got that letter on our website there at Montgomery County. It's mocosheriff.com, and you just click on gun control, and you'll be able to see my letter. And I read that letter here today because certainly we believe in the Constitution and certainly the Second Amendment, and we're going to stand up for our citizens here in the state of Texas, and we're not going to let anybody come in and take our guns.
Do you think you'll ever get put in a position where they're trying to tell you you have to do it?
I don't know, but I can tell you, as long as I'm sheriff in Montgomery County, they're not going to take the guns away from law-abiding citizens in Montgomery County, Texas.
All right. Tell me a little bit about today and what your feeling is on this.
Well, we're here today in support of House Bill 1076, authored by State Representative Toth from the Woodlands and co-authored by State Representative Cecil Bell. And we're honored to be here and speak in support of this bill, and that's our purpose for being here today.